Hello, Manchester High School, and welcome to the October 16th edition of The Pulse.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Miles Hurley.
And I'm Cameron Wazalowski.
Today on The Pulse, we will be highlighting the Traveling Vietnam Memorial that was in Manchester this past weekend.
We'll check up on the girls' soccer team and how they did this week in their game against East Hartford in this week's Sports Corner.
And of course, we will discuss the event that everyone's been talking about, homecoming.
All this and much more coming up for you on
The Pulse. A historic monument recently made its way into our very own Manchester. The Wall That Heals is a replica of the Vietnam War Memorial in Washington and honors the veterans of the Vietnam War. It was displayed on Main Street this past weekend, and students of the high school were given the opportunity to visit, appreciate, and even perform at this historic monument.
Welcome home, veterans. Thank you.
Manchester was able to host a new mobile version of the famous Wall That Heals this past weekend. The wall, which is a replica of the Vietnam Memorial in Washington, D.C., was set up in the Center Memorial Park behind the library and was open for visitors to walk along and pay respect to the 58,267 names of the men and women killed in the Vietnam War. A committee of 20 Manchester citizens came together during these past 15 months to make this event possible.
I really didn't understand what it was, but my friend Lynn Sotelli from Schultz Design had looked at it, wanted this, it was really important to her, and she was starting to form a committee about it, and she said it was to honor Vietnam veterans, which really sparked my attention.
Veterans attended the ceremonies with an immense crowd, which included troops, families and friends of the veterans, and anybody else that wanted to see the wall during its time here. Emotions resonated throughout the crowd, and the veterans were able to feel the love and support of other Manchester residents.
I feel that it's an honor that individuals will sit back and take time to remember those of us that served in Vietnam, especially since when we came back, we did not get the same kind of treatment. And we vowed that we would not let any other veteran have the same problem. And to have the town of Manchester bring in the Wall That Heals,
okay, I'll be back
it's an honor for me, because I know too many names on that wall.
There's no doubt the wall has brought closure to many people in the town. From The Pulse, this has been Kaylin Courtney reporting.
The wall touched the hearts of many people not only in Manchester, but around Connecticut as a whole. Our school is very lucky to be a part of it. If you'd like to learn more about the wall, go to thewallthathealsmanchester.com.
The freshmen at Manchester High School are adjusting to a brand new school and having to get involved and make friends all at the same time. Some are rising to this challenge and have decided to run for class board.
Jane Nolan has in turn decided to challenge them. She is quizzing them on just how well they really know MHS in this week's edition of Get Your Pulse Going.
Good day, Manchester citizens. I am Jane Nolan, back again with Get Your Pulse Going. This week, I am quizzing these fabulous youngsters who are freshmen of the class of 2019 on how well they know Manchester High School. Let's get it going. All right, the first question is, what are the 4 main subjects at our school? Hannah, you are the first to flash. Pick up your microphone and say your answer.
Math, science, social studies, and language arts.
Correct! Wow! I was afraid that you weren't going to get that. If Gizmo took 1 lap around the school, how many steps would he take? Do you guys even know who Gizmo is? How long is Power Hour on a half day? Patrick?
An hour.
Correct. This is a mathematical one. What was the weather like on the school day of October 3rd? That was when Miss MHS occurred. Patrick?
It rained.
Correct. It was raining. Question number 7. This is pretty hard. Who is the host of Get Your Pulse Going? Patrick.
Jane Nolan.
Opinions on this host?
Great.
Anything else?
Awesome.
2 points to Patrick. Come on, guys. We can't let him win. Number 8. What is it called when you get 2 lunches instead of 1? Hannah.
Double lunch.
Correct.
Really?
Yes, you are correct. Okay. This one, you all must answer. What do you hope to achieve before you graduate high school? Hannah, you may start.
I hope to achieve all A's one semester.
Oh, good luck with that one.
I want to be on the Pulse next year.
All right. 10 points to you. Cambria, what would you like to achieve?
To get A's by the end of the year.
You know what, girl? I see it in your future. That's going to happen. And in first place with a score of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points. Patrick Doherty, here you go. A free homecoming ticket. Congratulations. You know a lot about MHS. You could probably graduate this year if you were asked. Well, congratulations, folks. These freshmen are the future. Look at that power. See you next week.
Thank you, Jane, for that, and good luck to all of the freshmen running and for the freshman class in general. Enjoy your first homecoming. We hope you are loving it here so far.
There is a new club here at Manchester High School, formed just last year actually. The Slam Club allows students to discuss many current and real-world problems revolving around human rights and similar issues that can sometimes be overlooked at a high school level.
Slam, a new club that has been introduced to MHS this year.
So we started SLAM, Students for Social Justice, Lasting Impact, and Acceptance in Manchester, because of 2 reasons. One, I have a great passion for human rights and social justice, and I wanted to bring an opportunity to Manchester High School for students to engage with human rights, social justice, and trying to make a difference here at MHS.
We're less popular, again, like people who are like people who have a rough life, people who have a great life. I joined this club because I kind of want to do something with human rights, and I've always had this issue with the rights of human beings. I would always see people not treating each other with respect, and I would get really mad. So I'm hoping joining this is a step into creating human rights for everybody.
Make a difference in the MHS community by joining SLAM.
I do believe that this club can make a difference here at MHS. The students in the club are completely and utterly passionate about human rights and social justice and making that difference. And I have absolute no question that they are going to do great things in the coming weeks and months.
And from the Pulse, this has been Juan Narvaez reporting.
I see these students as problem solvers not only in our school community, but in worldwide issues. Join them in making Earth a better place in the Slam Club. Meetings are Friday during Power Hour in room 219.
Let's move on to another way students can get involved within our school, sports.
All right, last Wednesday, the Manchester girls soccer team had a thrilling game against East Hartford. Tyler Madden brings us to the game in this week's edition of Sports Corner.
The Manchester Indians girls soccer team had a game on October 7th against the East Hartford Hornets. Manchester coming to this game with a record of 3 wins, 4 losses, and a tie. East Hartford, on the other hand, has had a tough start with a record of 1 win and 8 losses. MHS was the first team to get on the board with a goal by Morgan Smith in the 7th minute of the first half with an assist by Jenna Kelly. Manchester was leading the game 1-0 at the half. The second half was all Manchester. They added on to their lead with goals scored by both Paige Reagan and another from Morgan Smith. East Hartford was unable to come up with any offense. Manchester maintained their lead, beating East Hartford 3-0, and moving their record to 4 wins, 4 losses, and a tie. From the Pulse, this has been Tyler Madden reporting.
Congratulations on your win, girls, and a good job to you too, Cam. I'm sure you played great.
Thanks, Miles. It was a well-played game overall. I'm very proud of my team. Be sure to come out and support the girls' soccer team at our next home game on Thursday, October 22nd against Holland.
And come cheer on the boys on October 26th against South Windsor.
Staying on the topic of athletics, we have a unique student spotlight today.
Yes, it is clear that we have abundance of talented students at Manchester High School, but one in particular seems to stand out. Jake Oquendo, a senior, has overcome many obstacles throughout his journey to success, on and off the football field. Jake Bolduc brings us the story.
Epilepsy affects more than 3 million people in the United States every year, including one of our very own seniors, Jake Oquendo. This disease is caused by disturbed nerve cell activity in the brain, which ultimately results in unpredictable seizures. Jake has been battling disease since 2012. Despite his unpredictable diagnosis, Jake is completely determined to continue playing sports he enjoys.
Epilepsy has affected my life. It's given me big challenges to overcome over my life because I got it since I was like in 8th grade.
This disease has not prevented Jake Oquendo from being a key asset to the MHS football program.
Man, Jake is just, first of all, a wonderful player, man. On and off the field, he always helped me with my schoolwork. Every practice he stands out. I don't know why. I strive to be like him.
Jake also went on to say, I had a lot of limitations in life, like no swimming. I can't go on roller coasters and not being able to drive. So I spent a lot of time on sports. Sports was like a place I could always go to, something that made me feel normal. Jake has proved time and time again that his disorder does not define him, but rather motivates him to pursue his dreams and interests. From the Pulse, this has been Jake Bolduc reporting.
The dedication Jake displays for his love of the sport, despite the challenges he has faced, is truly inspiring. Good luck to Jake in all of his future endeavors, and come out to support him and the team at Friday's homecoming football game.
Speaking of homecoming, Cam, do you know what day it is today?
I do. It's parade day. Homecoming is finally here, and I, for one, could not be more excited.
I'm with you there, Cam. And since the Pulse desk has been overrun by juniors today, I think we both can agree who's going to win.
Yes, Miles, the school week has been buzzing with excitement towards the parade, game, and dance this weekend. But we at the Pulse thought we'd go a different route in discussing all of these homecoming shenanigans.
We decided to pay a tribute to those who made Manchester High their home before we did. We were looking at the history of homecoming.
Since its start in 1893, the excitement for homecoming has been a continuous phenomenon. Although we don't have a way to contact any alumni who were around quite that long ago, we spoke to some of our own faculty that graduated from MHS to tell us about their personal homecoming experiences.
Homecoming season is here. Parade practices in every class are taking place, along with the hunt for dresses and ties. The homecoming parade on Brookfield Street has taken place every year in October since 1893. Every year, the theme changes, and each class has to create ideas and build a float and dance. All of the hard work leads to the unforgettable night, homecoming. Alumni teachers from Manchester High School have experienced their own homecoming throughout the years. Mr. Torini, a teacher at MHS, who graduated in 2004, tells us about his homecoming experience, as well as Mr. Demko, who graduated 2 years after him.
Theme in homecoming was something to do with Indians and cowboys and Indians, and we had a really creative dance to some songs there. And the people that did the dance, we had the biggest group, the seniors, we had the biggest group of kids do the dance. There's 40 people doing the dances, everyone was dressed up like Indians, and it was really cool.
I think probably one of my favorite songs back at homecoming is probably Holla Back Girl by Gwen Stefani. Very great classic.
The homecoming experience has changed throughout the years. New songs, themes, and dance moves have come about. Abby Shervanak, a freshman at MHS, and Devin Sullivan, a junior, tell us about the importance of homecoming throughout their high school career.
I think homecoming brings not only the high school, but the community together for one special day. And I believe that just the parade and the game, it kind of brings us all together, and it's a great way to start off the year.
It's school spirit, and it's the first big dance of high school.
Homecoming season is one of the most exciting seasons for high school students. Remember to come out today to the parade, October 16th, and the dance tomorrow night, October 17th. From the Pulse, this has been Ryan Stewart reporting.
Competitive attitudes aside, good luck to all the classes today at the parade. We all work hard, and what it really comes down to is appreciating our school and what we can do.
It's true, everyone deserves to have a good time, so let's be good sports and show off our school.
The MHS Harbinger is our co-conspirator in providing news for Manchester High School. With their new website just coming out, we thought we'd highlight the new things that they have been up to. Raniel Fuentes brings us the story.
The MHS Harbinger has been a staple of Manchester high school culture since 1995. But in this digital age, print newspapers are quickly going out of style. This year, with new staff and a cutting-edge website, the Harbinger is ready to provide students with the news that matters. Co-editor-in-chief Naroon Nahar has big plans for the Harbinger's future.
This year we have a lot of new changes to the Harbinger. So for the first time ever, we actually have a weekly issue that comes out every week. Yeah, it's exciting. And we also just debuted our website, mhsharbinger.org. So this is the first time that MHS has launched its own website. So everything, it's kind of legendary. So we've had Harbinger for about 20 years now, and this is the first time that we've had our own website. And it's all really exciting because we want all the student news, to come through us, and it being weekly, we have a lot of updates all the time when we're working really hard, so it's really nice.
Valeria Papalizio is equally excited.
So I'm really excited about starting this new era for the Harbinger. I'm really excited to have the website running and use all of the social media that we're using. So that's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Snapchat. And most of all, I'm excited about really increasing the student voice here at the high school and making sure that everybody has something that they want to read or something that interests them.
English teacher Mr. Delaney is teaching the class for the first time this year.
So my expectations for the class are we want to broaden our base. We want to get people to really pay attention to the amazing content that's created by a lot of these students. We want to give the people what they want. And we've been asking around a lot what the people want, and we've got what they need.
For The Pulse, this has been Raniel Fuentes reporting.
Be sure to check out mhsharbinger.org to take a look at all of their stories and their fantastic news team.
Well, that's about it for this edition of The Pulse.
Don't forget to come out and watch the parade and support our football team tonight. If you have any questions or suggestions for stories that we might have missed, email Mr. Larson at b11elars@mpspride.org or stop by the communications suite. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at MHSRedProd. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Cameron Wazalowski.
And I'm Miles Hurley. Have a fantastic, spirit-filled, and safe homecoming weekend, Manchester.